Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance video. Today I thought I would do a top 10 list for fall, but not really because this is going to be sort of a rant video. I'm going to call this top 10 reasons why top 10 seasonal fragrance lists are annoying. And this time of year, we're going to see a lot of fragrance reviewers out there putting out their top 10 lists for the fall or maybe even the summer or whatever. And if you're like me, you're kind of sick of it, And I'm not here to knock other reviewers, but I think just because I've been in the fragrance world for so long as a reviewer, you kind of take these top 10 lists as a grain of salt. More for entertainment purposes than information purposes for me, anyway. At this point, if you're new to the game, of course, these top 10 lists could be a real gold mine, but let me just go ahead and talk about some of the things that I wrote down for my little rant video today and see if you don't agree with what I have to say. Number 10, honorable mentions. You promised us 10 fragrances. Please stick to 10 fragrances. Don't be like, okay, I got 10 fragrances and also 5 honorable mentions. Why not just call it a top 15 list? I know top 10 sounds better, but top 15 is what you're actually giving us, right? So please stick with the top 10. Thank you. Okay, number 10. Number 9, repetition. You did a top 10 list on the same topic last year and the year before that and the year before that. And look how much repetition there is. You might have 10 fragrances from last year and 8 are back again this year. You took a couple out. You put a couple new ones in that you reviewed recently or got a free bottle of, makes it look nice and pretty and everything. But really, you just told us about 2 fragrances that you just recently reviewed on your channel and now you're including in your top 10 list. So that gets annoying. Number 8, separate niche and designer lists. Now we have 2 lists from the same reviewer. The niche list and the designer list. Why not just combine the 2 lists together and give us one compact, concrete top 10 list of the fragrances, top 10 that you'll be wearing for that particular season? Why do we have to segregate the community into niche heads and designer heads? Let's just keep everything together. Tell us what you like best. And 10 fragrances for one season is a lot. Because when you do the math, that's 40 fragrances for the year, which is probably more fragrances than the average person has any business owning anyway. Number 7, copycat lists. And basically what I'm talking about here is we have some very popular reviewers in the fragrance community. First one comes to mind is Jeremy Fragrance. So he does a top 10 list. And it's surprising, not really surprising, but amazing how many other reviewers seem to have the same fragrances that he recommended in their list. There's hundreds of fragrances out there. Why not try to be different? Maybe go back a few years, or even 10, 20 years back, or go into some, unknown fragrance house or something and give us some unique, new fragrances to check out. Don't just, parakeet, paramime, what everybody else is saying. Have your own brain, your own mind, your own channel uniqueness there, okay? Number 6, clickbait. We know that these top 10 lists are basically clickbait. So what happens? People just rush out and hurry up and put their top 10 list up. Better just grab any 10 fragrances that I own. These are my top 10. Yeah, right. The season didn't even start yet. These are your top 10. Okay, whatever. But, you're just trying to get your list out there in a hurry so you'll get 10,000 views before somebody else can get their list out and get their 10,000 views. Number 5, reformulated fragrances. Say you talk about a fragrance. My number 1 fragrance of all time for the fall is Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit. So you're like, okay, fine, I'll go out and buy myself a bottle of that one. And it's not nearly as good as the reviewer's bottle because he got a bottle back when it was actually a good fragrance. Now people say, oh, it's watered down, it's garbage. Same with a lot of other fragrances. Even like Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce, I heard, is taking a huge hit in the way it performs and smells. So very annoying when fragrance reviewer is talking about how great a reformulated fragrance is because they own the original version and you're stuck trying to get the watered down newer version of it. And in the same line, number 4, discontinued fragrances. A reviewer bought a bottle of fragrance for $70, $80 10 years ago. Now it's on eBay for $500. Of course, you're not going to buy it, but he's going to talk about it because he owns it and he loves it and he should. But doesn't do you any good because there's no way you're going to own it for that kind of money. Number 3, fragrance reviewers shouldn't have a rotation. Here's another uh, area of concern there. You don't really see me doing the top 10 list very much because I'm constantly trying new fragrances, decants, samples, bottles, whatever. Who has time to say, "Oh, these are the 10 fragrances that I'll be wearing this season"? Because you should, if you're a active, hardworking reviewer like myself, always be checking out the samples that you own and haven't tried yet and haven't reviewed yet. Number 2, the season in question didn't even start yet. You're going to say that these are the 10 fragrances I'm going to be wearing for the next 3 months. How do you know what you're going to be wearing for the next 3 months? As soon as you get that free bottle in the mail or a free decant or whatever, that's what you're going to be wearing, not the ones that you talked about in your video. And number 1, very similar vein, the season in question is over. It's December and you're talking about the 10 fragrances that were the best for the fall. What good does that do me? Fall's over. And now I'm thinking about winter. So, yeah, thanks for nothing, pal. Well, actually, I shouldn't be that hard on these guys. I mean, we all have our shortcomings, and everybody's just doing their thing, and it all works out to one amazing community. But I'm just a grouch anymore, right? And I should be because community's changed, and feel like I've been left in the dust here. But it is what it is. I still love doing what I do. Forever, whoever wants to listen, I'm always here for your questions, and I'll always be putting out videos. Continue to do my best to help you guys out. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.